loud pillow that'll blow away your friends.
The crazy, creepy sounds of ice cubes cracking up.
A raincoat rope trick, wacky magic, or weird mathematics.
And why do these apples come close enough to kiss?
Ah, it must be love.
I've got a feeling it must be science, Dana.
We'll find out in just a minute. But first, Zach has an idea in the wind.
I better get started on my much-delayed art homework. Darn! Pesky wind! Here's a better spot. Gone again! Right, this obviously isn't the best place. What about hot plant balcony, corner balcony, rooftop, rainforest corner? I think I need to make a wind map. First, a quick sketch map of the house. No problem to a Leonardo da Vinci like me. Here's the rooftop, corner balcony, pot plant balcony, and rainforest corner. Now to find out which way the wind blows.
Emily and I have been trick-or-treating. Our great costume sure scared a few people. I wonder what else we can do for Halloween. I know! We could bob for apples. Right, we'll need apples, scissors and some string. Here we go. Let's snip this string so we can hang the apples from the clothesline. About this long will be great. Now tie the string to the apple stems like this. There, perfect. Then we tie them to the clothesline. That's it. Shall we start? Come here, you frustrating piece of fruit. Mum says an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I think it's the apples that are staying away. They keep avoiding us. These apples are distinctly unfriendly. I know. Time to change this game from apple bobbing to something that'll teach them how to become a whole lot more friendly. Watch this. I'll just blow between them and hey! That's way more than friendly. I'd call them kissing apples.
Nice thought, Lara. But the kissing is caused by something quite unromantic. As fast-moving air goes between the apples, it creates an area of low pressure. The higher pressure air on the outside of the apples then flows towards the low pressure area, pushing the apples closer together. But it's not entirely unromantic. Traditionally, the first person to successfully bob the apple was the next person in the village to get married.
Ugh! In that case, let's get these apples back away from each other. With any luck, they'll stay very unfriendly. Or we might end up marrying one of those horrible neighborhood boys.
Oh, I guess I'll be the next to get married. I hope he's as clever as Zach.
My quest to find the least windy part of the house is on. Here I am on my map. Dad told me that's north, so I'll mark it on my little compass here. Now, I'll use bubbles to show which way the wind's blowing. Aha! It really is quite windy up here. Good. Big arrow marking the direction the wind's coming from. Next, the corner balcony. Not quite as windy, but still a bit of a breeze. And it's coming from about that angle. This wind map is getting more interesting by the minute.
Tanner and I have been out riding the dog sled across the ice all morning. We have lots of exciting adventures together out there. Whoa! What's that noise? Tanner, can you hear that loud cracking sound? It sounds like it's coming from deep in the ice. I hope the ice isn't breaking up. Come on, dogs, let's get home as quick as we can. We sure don't want to get our sled stuck in an ice crack. Phew, we're home safe and sound. I'm gonna figure out why the ice makes that cracking noise. Let's go, Tanner. We've got an experiment to do. I've got some very cold ice cubes out of the freezer. Let's take one each and drop it in a glass. Now we'll pour some of this warm water over them. This will start them melting. There you go, Tanner. Now we listen. Wow! It's cracking like crazy. Whoa, did you hear that pop? It makes lots of noise as it's melting.
That ice cube is pretty stressed right now, Logan. Warm water is making the ice on the outside of the cube expand before it melts. But the middle of the cube is still cold. That's creating forces along what's called a stress line. When the stresses are too much, the ice breaks with a big, loud crack.
There's only one solution. Relieve that stress right now. There's another big noise.
Whoa, that burp was loud enough to cause an avalanche.
Well, I hope it didn't wake Damon, because Nicole has a sneaky surprise in store for him.
Sleepy Damon is dreaming of becoming a cowboy. Time to turn this cowboy into a rodeo clown. With the old tied shoelaces trick. I'll use my special super tangle knot. Oh, caught in the act. These rope laces have given me an idea. I've dressed Cowboy Damon in a plastic raincoat. Buttons done up. I put a loop of rope over his right hand. Hand goes in the pocket. Now I'm going to make this rope loop fall right off Damon, without him taking his hand out of his pocket. Here goes. This end goes up the sleeve, like this. And over Damon's head at the top. Then back down the inside of the other sleeve. Pull the rope all the way through. Now check this out. I gently take up the slack and undo the buttons on the raincoat. And hey presto! The rope drops right off. Cool, huh? It's magic!
Not magic, but maths. Topology, to be exact. It's the mathematical study of twisting and stretching shapes to solve a problem. Like passing Damon through a rope circle. Topology is maths in motion.
Let's give the shoelace gag one more try. Hey Damon, I have another rope trick for you. Come outside. Got you that time, cowboy.
I don't know why I invite Beck and Jay to my parties. It's all silly games and blowing bubbles with those two. It's time they saw a real party trick. Check this out. Feel how heavy my big brother's encyclopedia is. Pretty heavy, eh? Well, I can lift this heavy book right off the table using the power of my breath. What's so funny? I'm serious. Just you wait and see. Right, I'll show those two giggling girlies. I'll just need this sealable plastic bag. I'll poke a hole in it with a pencil. Careful not to go through the other side. Now I slide a drinking straw through the hole and tape it in place, making sure I seal around the straw. Now press the top of the bag closed and we're ready for action. A breath-operated power pillow. Hey girls, stop dancing for a minute and watch this. I bet they feel pretty silly right about now. And they thought I was joking.
Jordan's party trick is actually air pressure in action. When air is blown into the bag, it's squashed or compressed. While Jordan keeps blowing, the pressure inside the bag continues to build, pushing the sides out. By slowly compressing air, Jordan can create a force far stronger than he could ever create by simply blowing.
Now for my next party trick, the bursting bag.
Nice one, Jordan. It's amazing what you can do with the power of breath.
Let's go see if Zach found a place out of the wind to do his homework.
The next port of call on my wind mapping journey is the pot plant balcony. It's on the street, so this should be interesting. The wind seems to be taking the bubbles away from the house. And it's sort of sheltered, so I'll mark this spot with a shorter arrow pointing outwards. Now last of all is Rainforest Corner. Bubble time. Whoa, they're really floating slowly. This is by far the calmest place. The air is drifting from there to there, but only very slowly. So this gets the shortest arrow of all. So here's the best spot for this artist in residence.
When the wind hits a solid object like a house, it can't go through it, so it has to travel over it and around it. On the sheltered side of the house, the air moves much more slowly. This is called the lee side. With today's wind direction, Zach's Rainforest Corner is on the lee side of his house, which is why it's so calm there.
So here's the perfect spot for my art homework.
Dinner's ready.
Dinner time? Oh well, at least I have my map to show me where to come back to. Hope the wind direction doesn't change.
That's Zach. Any excuse not to start his homework.
Well, we have no excuse not to go and do ours. We've come to the end of another show. See you next time.
Magic crystals.
Learn some sneaky secrets to playing pool.
Find out why elevators give you that sinking feeling.
And Shazam! Time for a trip to wizard school.
I really wish I was magic. Don't you, Taryn?
Yeah, it would be pretty handy. Maybe what we need is one of Lara's magic crystals.
Ashley and I are crazy about crystals. Some people believe they have magical powers. I'm not so sure about that, but I do know they're really beautiful. Hey Ashley, I know how to make more crystals for our collection. Do you want to give it a go? Come on. We're going to start with a sugar crystal. Here's how you do it. Cut a piece of string about this long and tie it to the middle of a pencil. Thanks, Ashley. Now we tie a paper clip to the end of the string. There. Now wet the paper clip in the string and press them into some sugar. We want a nice sugary coating. Then hang the paper clip inside a tall glass like this. I'm pouring in water that has 2 whole cups of sugar dissolved in it. It dissolves best if you stir the sugar into a jug of warm water. Now you won't see much right away, but by tomorrow everything will be crystal clear.
Welcome to Zach's Wizard School. Time for today's lesson. Whoa, it worked! Cool! Hey, these figures really are magic. This is fun. Okay, time to make this tablecloth disappear. 1, 2... Nah, too risky. If my magic doesn't work, I'll smash Mum's dinner plates. What about something else? Yep, a bottle trick. I'll be right back. Okay, now where did I put that other bottle? Ah, here it is. I've got a bottle balancing trick for you. I just placed my lucky banknote on top of this bottle and balance another bottle on top, like this. Now watch closely. 1, 2, 3, Shazam! The money just slides right out. It's magic. What if the top bottle is full of juice? This could get messy. I'd better move to the garden. Ready and Shazam! Done, magic. Never works when you want it to. Okay, down on my magic carpet, I carefully pour some juice into a bottle, then place my banknote over the top, and balance it on top of the other bottle. Here we go. Shazam! Yay! Didn't spill a drop.
An object that is not moving will stay at rest unless a force is acting upon it. The scientific name for this is inertia. Because there is very little friction between the fast-moving banknote and the necks of the two bottles, there's not enough force to make them move. Their inertia holds them in place.
Now my magic is working, I'll try the tablecloth trick again. 1, 2... No, it's too risky that way. Shazam! That's more like it. What? How did I do that?
Oh, a good magician never reveals his secrets. Lara's about to reveal her crystal-making secrets, though. Let's go take a look.
Ashley and I are having a crystal making workshop. This one's going to be a sugar crystal. Now let's make some more. What about a salt crystal? We'll do the same as we did for the sugar crystal, but this time, let's make the paperclip into a diamond shape. Maybe our crystal will look like a real diamond. Now, put a stack of salt in this glass. Keep going. We need lots of salt. That should do it. Okay, a pinch more for good luck. Now fill the glass up with warm water at the tap and stir until all the salt is dissolved. In goes our diamond-shaped paperclip. This is fun. Now we have 2 crystals on the go. Let's make one more. Again, we cut a length of string, tie it to the middle of a pencil, bend the paperclip into a fun shape, and tie it to the other end of the string. There. I'm going for a triangle. This time we're making a crystal from borax cleaning powder. A few big spoons into warm water and stir until it's all dissolved. Let's add a dash of food colouring. A red crystal will look so cool. Now comes the hard part. Waiting for our crystals to form.
There's nothing quite so cool as being good at pool. Yes! That's 2, 3 in a row. It's so easy to beat Giovanni. Listen up, Giovanni. I'm going to show you something that may just help your game. Let's say these coins are pool balls, right? Look what happens when one coin strikes the other. The coin doing the striking stops, and the second coin moves away. Pool balls do the same thing. Have you got some more coins, Giovanni? Thanks. Here goes 2 coins hitting 4. Yep, the first 2 stop, and the last 2 move away. So whatever goes into a hit comes out the other end.
When one coin hits another, it instantly transfers its energy to the next. If 2 coins are pushed into a group, the energy is transferred along the line and released in the same quantity. The speed at which the coins are flicked doesn't change the number of coins that move, only the distance they travel. Pool balls behave in exactly the same way.
Let's see if Giovanni's learnt anything today. Yeah, nice shot. Hey, wait a minute. I didn't mean to help him that much.
Looks like Giovanni has finally got his pool game all figured out.
Meanwhile, John is busy doing some figuring out of his own.
I live in an apartment on the 14th floor. I'm really glad there's a lift. I'd hate to use the stairs all the time. But every time I go up, it feels like something is weighing me down. Whoa, there's that feeling. It's really weird. Curious. Let's try going down. Whoa. Yep, it's almost like I feel lighter. But I wonder if my weight really changes. I will just get the bathroom scales. Okay, that's my weight standing still. Let's see if it changes. Going down. I knew it. The scales say I'm lighter. Back to normal. Now, going up. My weight increases.
John's weight isn't really altering. It just appears to change because of the acceleration of the lift. John seems to weigh more when the lift is going up because the fast upward motion forces the scales harder against his feet. On the other hand, John seems lighter as the lift accelerates downwards because the scales move away from his feet.
Well, that's what I call a weight of my mind.
The boys said I can't play cricket because I'm a girl. That's just silly. I'll show them I'm just as good at catching as they are. And they'll have to let me play. Right. These coins will show just how well I can catch. It's simple. I bend my arm backwards towards me, flick my arm down and... ta-da! What a catch! Now let's see how Zach goes. Okay, he's got them balanced on the elbow and... whoops! Let's see what Fraser can do. He stacks them up and... oh! It was a good try. For a boy. Okay, now to show them I'm no one-hit wonder. What a catch!
When we catch a ball or a stack of coins, we test our reflexes and reactions. Our eyes see the object and relay messages to the brain. The brain processes this information and tells your muscles where to aim your hand. It's called eye-hand coordination.
Now to show them how it's really done. How's that? The safest hands on the field.
Well done, Jade. Girls can do anything boys can.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Dana.
Time to check on 2 more clever girls and their crystals.
It's time for Ashley and me to check on our crystals. Wow! Look how much they've grown overnight. That's the sugar. You can see the individual crystals forming on the paperclip. The borax crystal is looking good too. There's even a tinge of pink on it. Now the salt crystal. The salt seems to like crystallizing on the string, but not so much on the paperclip.
Salt crystals form quickly on the rough texture of the string. but they take a few days to get started on the paperclip's smoother metal surface. But it takes millions of years for the Earth's minerals, like salt or carbon, to make a crystal. And some of them can be pretty tough. Crystals that grow from carbon can create a diamond, the hardest thing on Earth.
So which one is our favourite? Sugar crystals, of course. Not only are they beautiful, they're also delicious.
I think those diamonds were my favourite crystals. How long do you think they take to grow?
Quite a while, Dana. You've got plenty of time to go and try making one though, because we've reached the end of the show. See you next time.
Build an amazing mechanical puppet show.
Why use a paintbrush when you can make an airbrush?
Feel the force with your own magnetic cleaner.
And mix up an emergency batch of protein paste.
We'll have that handy recipe for you very soon.
But first, Jade is about to have a brainwave.
Zach and I are making finger puppets. There, this is one scary pirate. Ah, shiver me timbers. We're putting a puppet show on tomorrow afternoon with our buddy Kate. Hello, Jade speaking. It's Kate. She's got chicken pox. What? And even worse, she can't come to our puppet show. Yes, okay. You get well soon, Kate. Bye. How are we going to put on our puppet show now? Without Kate, we don't have enough fingers. Nope, the show must go on. We'll have to build a replacement Kate. Come on, Zach. Do keep up, darling. Now, I need to borrow the shoebox from my big sister. A hefty pair of pliers. One more thing, a wire coat hanger. I have a plan.
Lara and I are about to paint a masterpiece for the school art show. Hey, the paintbrushes have gone. Oh no, we left them at my house. Don't panic. I have a creative idea. Who needs a paintbrush when you can make an airbrush? Cut a piece of drinking straw about 3 finger widths long and tape it to a piece of stiff card like this. Now roll a piece of paper around a pencil and tape it together to make a tube slightly thicker than the straw. Tape the tube at right angles to the straw. When you blow into the paper tube, the air should flow across the top of the straw. Yep, that's looking good. Now I'll mix up the paint. It needs to be watery, so it can flow easily up the straw. Lara looks a bit doubtful about my airbrush, but I think she'll be blown away. There we go. Now check this out. Into the paint and blow really hard through the paper tube. Cool! It works! It's a breath-powered spray gun. Our painting is going to be the most original at the show.
The fast-moving air being blown out of the paper tube creates a low-pressure area at the top of the straw. Because higher air pressure is pressing down on the liquid in the cup, the paint is drawn up the straw into the low-pressure area in the airstream. As soon as it emerges from the straw, it gets blown away to become part of the girl's painting. Clever and creative.
We're just adding the finishing touches to our painting. There! It's modern, it's messy, and it's definitely a masterpiece.
What a great idea! I've got to have a go of this airbrush.
Zach and I are making a mechanical puppet show. First, we'll straighten out this coat hanger. That's it. Now we can make some new bends in it. A right angle here, another one there, and another one here. Finished. What I've done is make some steps in the wire. One goes up like this, then one goes down, and then another one goes up. Now attach some thin wire to the 3 steps. Twist it round and leave a long end hanging off. Cut a slit into one end of the box. Now we need Mum to make some holes for us. One in the other end of the box and 3 along the side. This is where the thin wire will poke through. Keep cutting out the puppet, Zach. Thanks, Mum. There, 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now put the coat hanger in like this. And poke the thin wires out the holes along the side. Straighten those up and make a turning handle at one end like this. Give that a turn, Zach. The bends in the wire move up and down. And that makes the thin wires move too. Good, it works. Let's put our puppets on. A pirate ship in the middle, a treasure chest on the end, and the Jolly Roger at the other end. That looks so cool! Can't wait for showtime!
There's so much ice out there. I wonder where all that frozen water goes when it melts. Could it make the sea level go up? I know how I can find out. I'll take this cup of icy slush straight from the backyard and put it on a paper towel. Then I'll top it up with water so the cup is full. Now the ice is poking up over the rim, so as it melts, I think it's going to make the cup overflow. But how can I be sure that the paper has been wet by the melted ice overflowing? I know. I'll add a squirt of green food coloring. Now if it overflows, I'll see the green water on the paper. Now melt away, my mini icebergs. I'm gonna wait inside so I don't freeze while you melt. That's not what I expected at all. The ice is all melted, but none of it has overflowed. Not a single drop. How did it all fit in the glass?
Because ice takes up more space than water, when it melts, it shrinks. All that ice poking over the top fitted back into the cup.
Just as well the water level doesn't get higher. If that huge block of ice melted, I'd be in for a very cold swim.
I don't like the look of all that ice.
Well, here's something you'll find more attractive, Dana. It's Fraser's latest invention.
Kimberly and I are on a clean-up mission. Dad said he'd give us all the spare coins in his pocket if we tidied his workshop. But these metal filings from Dad's grinder are the worst. They're so hard to clean up. There's got to be an easier way. Metal filings. Got it. We need a little help from these heavy-duty magnets. Check these babies out. You start at that end, Kimberly. Wicked! Super-powered magno cleaners. This is fun. Whoops! We're stuck together. The metal shavings are holding onto each other. Boy, what a grip! What happens if I turn my magnet around? Now they're pushing each other apart. It's like some kind of superhero force field.
Magnets get their superpowers from the alignment of their atoms. In a bar magnet like Fraser's, the atoms all face the same direction. The magnetic field radiates from the ends in a pattern like this. The pull is strongest where the lines are closest together. When the same poles, north and north or south and south, are brought together, the magnetic fields repel each other.
Magnetic attraction is so useful. I wonder if we could use it to attract those coins in Dad's pocket. There. That's Mum's birthday present wrapped. I think I'll make her a special card too. No glue. Think, Olivia, think. Got it! 1 pot of homemade glue coming up. I'll start with a glass of milk. Add 2 big spoons of vinegar and stir that in. Now we wait a minute while the vinegar curdles the milk. That ought to do it. See how the liquid in the milk has separated from the creamy proteins. Now to strain the mixture through a cloth. I just want to keep the lumpy white stuff. There. I'll put it into a new glass. It's sticky stuff. Now a dash of water and a pinch of bicarbonate of soda. Another quick stir. Listen to that fizzing and popping. My homemade crazy glue is ready to go to work. I'll wipe a little on the back of a strawberry and it sticks perfectly.
Milk contains a type of sticky protein called casein. An acid like vinegar separates the casein from the watery liquid in milk and clumps it together into curd. To turn the lumpy curd back into nice runny liquid, you add baking soda. When the curd no longer has acid in it, it becomes a nice sticky goo of casein protein, a natural glue.
There! Mum's Prezi looks great! My homemade glue has gotten me out of a sticky situation.
Brilliant! A little scientific know-how can always help you solve a problem.
It sure can. Let's see how Jade and Zach solved their puppet problem.
Zach and I have built this brilliant puppet machine. Let's give it a try. Yeah, that looks perfect. It's all thanks to my engineering skills.
The device the clever puppeteers have made is called a crankshaft. Crankshafts transfer mechanical forces from one direction to another. Crankshafts in car engines transfer the up and down movement of the pistons into rotation to turn the wheels.
It's showtime! And our puppet machine is working beautifully. Arr, I'm Pinkbeard the pirate. Time to walk the plank, you landlubbers. Nice job, Zach. And we didn't need Kate after all. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bravo! They deserve a round of applause for that clever contraption.
We deserve a round of applause too, Taryn, because we've reached the end of another show.
See you next time.
Practical joke war with a snappy surprise.
Build your own groovy-looking gears.
Turn lame leftovers into a dessert to die for.
And find out who put the sound in seashells.
I think I can hear the ocean in this seashell.
I think I can hear it telling us to get on with the show. Jade is ready to start things off in top gear.
Can't wait till I can drive. It'll be a manual for sure. Love the way gears change. Second, into third,
And now into top gear. Cool, eh, Fraze? Wouldn't you like to do gear changes yourself? Ah, we're at Grandma's and Grandpa's already. Good, Dad's gone inside. I wonder how gears work. Hey, come with me, Fraser. I bet there'll be something in Grandpa's garage that will show us exactly how gears operate. Let's move Grandma and Grandpa's bikes outside. Hey, they've got gears too. Grandma said she'd never get up hills without them. I wonder how they help. Little gears and big gears. Time to make our own. Okay, pop that over there, Fraze. Over here. Let's get this work table outside. Now, gears. I wonder how we can make them. I know. Grandma's old cans will be perfect. What else do we need? Aha! Ta-da! Grandma's corrugated cardboard. The lumps and bumps will make perfect gear teeth. Pretty soon we'll be off and racing.
Shakib and I are the world's best beachcombers. We never know what's gonna turn up on the beach. Things like, wow, look at this shell. I'll have a listen. Yup, the sound of the sea. It works every time. I wonder why. Maybe it's blood rushing through our heads. It should be louder when our hearts beat faster. I know. Shakib, run to the post and back. Fast as you can. Faster! Come on! His heart must be pounding. Sound louder? Nope. Oh, blood pumping doesn't cause a sea sound. Maybe it's coming from outside the shell. So, if it's totally quiet outside, we shouldn't hear anything when we put the shell to our ears. I think I can solve this riddle once and for all. Come on!
I love it when we solve a riddle here on the show. Let's see how Jade is getting on with her mechanical mystery.
Fraser and I are about to become the world's greatest gear engineers. We've got cans of different sizes. And Grandma's corrugated cardboard. Biggest can first. Mark where to cut. If you please, Fraze. And roll it up. And again, please. Trim it to size. Next, we fit it nice and snugly around the can. Dab that glue across the edges, please, Fraser. One down. And now we'll do the others. Roll them out. Mark them up. Cut to size. And stick them down. Voila! 4 tin can gears raring to go. Now, I'll just mark a line. This will show us when the cans have done one complete turn. Alright, 2 biggest gears first. Good, gear teeth fit into each other nicely. That's how they'll turn each other around. Off they go. Aha! Check that out. The smaller of the gears has finished its turn before the larger one. And see how the cans turn in the opposite direction to each other. This is very cool. I think we're starting to get to the bottom of this gear business.
Hi, Olivia. Oh, what? A whoopee cushion? That's not fair. I thought we'd finished with those silly jokes. Let's shake on it. Ew! Yuck! She slimed me. That's it. This is war. Come back here, you clown. Olivia thinks she's so funny. How can I get her back for that sliming? Aha! Nicole, you're a genius. I got Dad to cut me out 2 little plywood pieces. like this. He put 2 small cuts in the sides. Thanks, Dad. Now I'm going to attach them together with an elastic band. A short, strong one will work best. It goes around both bits. Now when I open the 2 pieces out, the elastic tries to pull them back together. If I release it from my hand, it jumps. Cool! It's like a creepy jumping bug. One more detail. I'm going to fill my snapping surprise with paper dots. These will fly out when it jumps. Hopefully this will give Olivia the surprise of her life.
When Nicole stretches the elastic band back, she is storing energy. The effort it takes to bend the elastic back is held in until it's released. This is known as potential energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed. We merely transfer it from one state to another. In this case, it's being changed from potential energy into kinetic energy.
Okay, time to pay Olivia a surprise visit. Hey, check this out. Round and round the garden goes Olivia and Nicole. Huh, she wasn't expecting that. This round goes to me.
I think Olivia may still have a trick or two up her sleeve.
Damon sure knows a trick or two. He's come up with a way of turning leftover potato into a delicious dessert.
Ugh, I'm really over this mashed potato. How can I get straight to dessert? Peanut butter! Yes! Clear the decks, Emily. We're about to make my world-famous peanut potato surprise. First ingredient, 2 1/4 cups of icing sugar. Now my leftover potato. Leaving the healthy green stuff behind, into the bowl. Now I'll get Emily to add the icing sugar. 1 spoon at a time, while I mix it up with this whisk. Gotta get all the lumps out. More icing sugar. Looking good. Okay, wait here. Now onto this baking tray goes some plastic wrap. There. And spread the mixture out like so. Flatten it out. Now for a layer of yummy peanut butter. Spread it out ends, all over the potato layer. Now for the tricky bit. We roll both layers up into a jelly roll. Last of all, we cut the roll up into pieces, and into the plastic container it goes. Now, into the fridge.
Any mixture of ingredients is made up of molecules that move around. When you cool or freeze a mixture, it becomes harder because the molecules slow down. The colder it is, the less they move, and the more they'll stick to other molecules.
My peanut potato surprise is ready for a taste test. Yep, hard as a rock. Peanuts, potato, and the surprise, it tastes so good.
Shakib and I are solving the mystery. How you hear the sound of the sea in a seashell. It's not caused by blood rushing through your head. We've already proved that. So maybe the sea sound comes from outside the shell. If we totally block out that noise, then the sea sound should disappear. Let's go. Great! It's siesta time, so this place is almost silent. We'll grab that thick blanket and throw it over our heads. It'll be even quieter inside. Now let's listen to the shell again. Any ocean sound? No! The shell's totally silent, so nothing inside it causes the ocean sound. It must come from outside the shell.
The boys' clever experiment is spot on. A shell sounds like the ocean as outside noise travels through the shell material and bounces around all those twists and turns inside. The louder the noise outside, the stronger will be the sound of the ocean.
I think that sound is the call of the sea. I think the shell's saying it wants to go back in the sea. In you go.
Those guys look like they were having so much fun.
Science can be fun, Taryn, as you'll see in this next story.
Fraser and I have been testing out what happens when different sized gears are joined together. We've seen that the small gear turns much faster than the bigger one. I wonder what happens if we put all 4 gears together. Fraser can do the smallest 2. I'll do the largest. Okay, let the gear teeth engage. 1, 2, 3, and turn. The largest gear is definitely going the slowest. But each time our gears drop in size, the faster they turn. The smallest gear goes fastest of all. So this is how gears work.
Almost every machine uses gears in some way, mostly to gain a mechanical advantage. If the driving gear is larger, the smaller gear turns faster, but has less rotational force. If the smaller gear does the driving, the larger gear turns slower, but with greater force. Line up 4 gears in a row, and the smallest turns really fast.
Time to go.
Oh, hey, at least these will let us change gears on the drive home.
Those two are ready to hit the road.
It's time for us to hit the road too, Taryn. We've come to the end of another show.
See you next time.
Make your eyes tell lies with a magic spinning top.
Learn the secret to rapidly ripening bananas.
How to give your ping pong game a lift.
And meet the friendly fungus that helps to make bread.
Does that mean this sandwich is full of fungus?
Yep, it's what makes it so tasty. Damon's about to find out why.
Wow! Look at that amazing blue sky! How can we make the most of a day like today? A picnic, of course! Come on, Grace! We don't seem to have any bread. There's only one stale cracker left. How are we going to make cheese and tomato sandwiches? Hey, why don't we bake our own bread? We need butter, salt, sugar, dried yeast, and 3 cups of plain flour. 1 cup, 2 cups, and 3. 1 teaspoon of salt, 2 big dollops of butter. Now I rub the butter into the flour. Once the butter's mixed in, I make a hole in the centre of the flour. Grace is dissolving a teaspoon of sugar in a small amount of warm water. Add 2 teaspoons of the dried yeast. 1, 2. It smells strong. Pour that into the middle of my mixture. Now this is the bit I really like. Kneading the dough. And really get stuck into it. Lots of kneading makes good bread. Poor Shakib. He said he'd bring bananas for everyone at our picnic. But it's only 2 days away and the bananas aren't ripe. I know a great trick. Come on. Leave the bananas on the table and we'll go and find a plastic bag. This one will seal up nice and tight. Good. This is what you do. Pop a green banana inside the bag and seal it so no air can escape. There. And just to show Shakib I'm right, I leave another green banana outside the bag. That way he'll see the difference. All we do is keep them in the warm air and come back tomorrow. See? It worked. Nice and yellow. And the one outside the bag is still green. Come on, let's get more bags.
Saif's trick worked because as bananas ripen, they produce ethylene gas. The gas helps an enzyme in the banana speed up the ripening process. Normally, a lot of the gas would escape and be blown away by the wind. But because it was trapped in the plastic bags, she keeps bananas ripened lickety-split.
Now let's fill up all these bags. In they go. There we are. Enough bananas for everyone at the picnic. And by this time tomorrow, they'll all be as tasty as this one.
It seems like everyone's planning a picnic today. Damon and Grace are busy getting theirs ready too.
Our home-baked bread is looking good. I finished kneading the dough. See how it's spongy and soft? But it likes to spring back into shape when I poke it. Time to leave it to rise. Back into the bowl, cover it up with plastic wrap, and leave it somewhere warm for about 2 hours. Rise, my beautiful bread. Okay, it's ready. I'll grease up a baking tray while Grace gives the dough another quick knead. The baking tray likes cooking bread too. Grab a nice lump of dough, about a small handful. Roll it into a bowl and pop it on the tray. Let's make more. When the tray is full, cover it with plastic wrap and set it aside for about half an hour. Okay, you baby buns are ready for the oven. Yo, Dad. I'll get him to preheat the oven to 230 degrees Celsius. That's about 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Yay! In 20 minutes, our rolls will be ready to eat.
Carrie Ann's humming is driving me crazy. I've asked her 1,000,000 times to stop, but she just keeps on humming. How am I supposed to concentrate on my homework? Oh, this is torture. That's it. It's a bit quieter, but it's hard to write with my fingers in my ears. Maybe it's not my ears that need to be blocked. If Carrie Ann can't breathe out through her nose, then she can't hum. Brilliant! One anti-hum clothespin. Padded for comfort, of course. Let's hear you hum now, Maestro. Ah, silence. Sweet silence.
When we talk or hum, the sound-causing vibrations are created by air passing through the vocal cords in a part of our throat called the larynx. With a blocked nose and a closed mouth, Carrie Ann simply can't move any air through her vocal cords.
Oh no! My peg trick didn't stop her for long. Well, if I can't stop her, I might as well join her.
Hey, it's true! You can't hum with a blocked nose.
Great! That means we can have some peace and quiet to concentrate on Billy's latest trick.
We're all drawing crazy pictures of ourselves. Ew, I think my self-portrait needs a bit of help. Hey, where are all the coloured pens? How are we supposed to draw anything crazy with just black? Time for a bit of black magic. First, I'll trace a circle around this plastic lid. Now I divide my circle in half and draw a little circle in the middle. Colour that in. Now on this side, I'll mark some broken lines in a semicircle, like this. Keep going until there's a pattern across one side. And colour in the other half black. There. Time to cut out the circle. Nice job. Now I'll lie it on top of the plastic lid and carefully poke this toothpick through the centre.
There. One Black Magic spinning top. Hey guys, we do have a coloured pen after all. Help me roll up the carpet and I'll prove it. Watch the pattern on the spinning top closely. Can anyone see red, green or blue in the black pattern? When the spinning stops, the colour disappears. But where does it come from?
Good question, Billy. The truth is, no one really knows for sure. This device, known as Benham's disc, has puzzled scientists for more than 100 years. One theory is that the rapid change between black and white fools the colour-receiving cones on our retinas into sending the wrong colour images to our brains.
So I didn't need coloured pens to see colours. But my self-portrait is definitely sending a bad image to my brain.
It's match point in the Wimbledon final. Zach serves. Nice return by me. Forehand from Zach. Forehand from me. Backhand volley from Zach. Another one from me. Tricky shot for Zach. Oh, and I've hit it out. Zach wins. Okay, Zach, it's only a game. Well done. Time for a different kind of match. I'll challenge Zach to lift a ping pong ball off the table without touching it. Have a go. Nice try, Zach. But you're never gonna do it like that. Wait while I get some stuff. Okay. Ball goes onto this cup. I poke a straw through this hole in the top. Tape that up. Now I give a good hard blow into the straw. We have liftoff.
When Giovanni blows, a low air pressure pocket is created where the air leaves the bottom of the straw. The rest of the cup is filled with high pressure air because it can't escape under the edges of the cup quickly enough. The air moves from the high pressure area towards the low pressure pocket, lifting the ball off the table.
Okay, now it's time to lift my game like I did that ping pong ball. Yay, I'm back, baby!
So Giovanni can make a ping pong ball rise before your eyes.
Damon has also been making things rise in the kitchen.
Our bread roll's cooked up nicely. While we wait for it to cool, I've got a little experiment to try. I've got a bottle with warm water in it and a balloon. I'm going to need some sugar and yeast too. Let's put lots of yeast in the bottle. About 4 or 5 teaspoons. Now 2 teaspoons of sugar. Shake that all around to help it dissolve. Pooh-wee! You can really smell that yeast. Now stretch the balloon over the mouth of the bottle. Like this. Now we just leave it for about 15 minutes. Wow! We've invented a whole new way to blow up a balloon.
Believe it or not, yeast is actually alive. It's a single-celled fungus that feeds on the sugar in the warm water, giving off carbon dioxide gas. As the bubbles burst, they release the gas, which builds up enough pressure to inflate the balloon. The yeast in bread works the same way, producing carbon dioxide as it feeds on the flour and sugar. The gas gets trapped in the gluten contained in the flour, forcing the dough to rise. This is what makes the bread light and fluffy once it's baked.
Okay, time to sample the goods. Oh yeah! Thanks to that yeast, our home-baked rolls make the perfect picnic food. Yum!
That yeast is amazing stuff. I'd like to try it out for myself.
Well, why don't we go and mix up a batch of dough?
We may as well, because we've come to the end of another episode. See you next time.